What's up guys, today we're going to be taking a look at this brand new budget weapon light. Let's get into it. So here it is. This is the new Security ING GF01 weapon light. And this light has a lot of awesome features, just like the more higher end lights that are double and even triple this price point. So included in the box, you obviously get the light. You also get a user manual, a USB-C charging cable, and all the different rail adapters, as well as a Torx wrench and an Allen wrench. All right, so starting out at the front, so you got your lens here. Now this is a really interesting design lens. The reason it looks like this is because it has a very shallow reflector. You can see that the lens is only about an 1/8 inch away from the LED. So by using this, you're able to get a good hotspot as well as a really nice spill. And right under this lens, you can see we have another lens there, and that is for the integrated green laser. That's right, this light does have a built-in laser. And for this price point, that's a really nice feature. If we go up on the top, there are your interchangeable rail adapters. And this is also how you can adjust where the light sits on your rail. Even though this light doesn't have a glide box system like the Olight Bowder Mini, you can still adjust it forward and backward using different rail adapters. And these rail adapters also have different widths to fit in different rail slots, whether it be for Picatinny or for Glocks. Alright, and going back a little further, you can see your mounting lever. This has a quick detach lever, just like some of the more expensive options. On the right side here, you can see you have an adjustment screw for the mount. Now out of the box, this fit my gun perfectly, but it may not fit yours. So if this is a little loose or a little tight, you can adjust this screw accordingly to get that perfect fit. And back on the bottom is your mode selection switch for the laser. You can see you have 3 different options here, and I'll get more into that in a little bit. And down here on the bottom as well, you can see you have your windage and elevation screws for adjusting your laser. So you can sight this in and get the accuracy spot on. And right here on the side, you can also see you have a battery indicator. Now this lets you know when the battery is getting a bit low, and it will also let you know your charging status. And going further back are your main pressure pads, one on each side. It is fully ambidextrous. And you use these to operate the weapon light. And also hidden between these 2 pressure pads is your USB-C charging port. And this is how you charge the light. It does use an integrated non-removable battery. Let's go ahead and see how easy it is to get mounted on the gun. So first thing you want to do whenever you're working with a firearm is make sure that it is unloaded. So using this quick detach lever makes it super easy to get mounted up. Place it over the rail, close the lever, good to go. And here you can see it is a little bit far away from the trigger guard, but if I wanted to adjust that, I can go ahead and swap out that rail adapter and either bring it closer or further away by about 1/8 of an inch. This is actually where I like it for me because you can see it is perfectly flush with the end of the barrel. So let's get into how to use this weapon light. Now there are 3 different modes for the light, as well as 3 different modes for when the laser turns on. So starting out in the ILL mode, which stands for illumination only, you can go ahead and hit the switch to turn it on. Now this has momentary and constant on as well. So if I hold the switch, whenever I let it go, the light will turn off. Or if I just tap the switch, it is constantly on, and to turn it off, you just tap the switch again. Now the 3 different modes that you have are high mode, strobe mode, as well as low mode. To get into high mode, you just hit the switch once, and you're gonna be in high mode. You can then double tap the switch to get it into strobe mode. Or if you triple tap the switch, it brings you into low mode. Now if we move this bottom switch into the middle, you can see it says VIS and ILL, which stands for visible laser and illumination. So now you can see whenever I turn this light on, you have the light as well as the laser in the middle. And again, you still have your momentary as well as your constant on. Also in this setting, you still have your 3 different modes. So you can still get into high, strobe, as well as low mode. Now, if we move the switch all the way over to the left, you can say it only says VIS, and that stands for visible laser only. Now, whenever I hit the switch, it's only going to be the laser. And in this mode, you still have the momentary on as well as the constant on. You obviously do not get the different modes for the light because that's not being used. So let's get into some of the specs of this light. This light has a 1 meter drop test rating. It is Ipx7 Waterproof rated, has a 90 meter beam distance, has a maximum brightness of 800 lumens with a runtime of 20 minutes, and it weighs 72 grams. It's got a length of 53 millimeters, a height of 40 millimeters, and a width of 32.5 millimeters. And a couple things worth mentioning, this light is entirely made out of aluminum. The only thing that is not aluminum are these switches, and speaking of the switches, I was extremely surprised on how good they feel. They have a nice raised texture, and they are super clicky. That really surprised me considering how cheap this light is. So let's go ahead and get this light out at night and see how it does. Alright, so here we are at night. Let's go ahead and see how this light does. Alright, we're going to be starting with the light only in high mode. Alright, you can see just how bright this light is. This is 800 lumens. And taking a look at the beam, you can see you do have a really good hot spot as well as a nice even spill around it. Alright, we're going to go into strobe mode for just a second. Alright, and that strobe mode is pretty disorienting. Alright, now we're going to put it into low mode. Alright, and there's low mode, and you can see how that would be really useful for indoors when you don't want that full 800 lumens. Alright, and let's go into high mode with the laser on. Alright, and here we're on that 800 lumen high mode with the laser turned on, and you can clearly see the laser in the middle. Now, it does look a little dim on camera, but in person you can clearly see that dot. It's very bright. Alright, now I'm going to enter low mode just so you can see the difference. Alright, and here in low mode you can really see how bright that laser is. Even on camera it still looks really bright. Alright, so let's go ahead and try out laser only mode. Alright, and there you can really see just how bright that laser is. This is crazy bright, and it's so bright you can even see a little bit of refraction from the housing. That's not a big issue in person though. And if you look really closely, you can even see the laser beam. Alright, so let's get into my overall opinions. Overall, I really like this light. This light has a lot of awesome features for a great price point. And I do really think that if you're a beginner or you're just looking to not spend a whole lot of money on a gun light, this could be a great option for you. And speaking of price, you can get this for just at $50. That is a great deal considering that some other flashlights with the same features are well over $100, even $150. The only complaint I have about this light would be the battery life. I would like to see a little more than 20 minutes of runtime, although that is 20 minutes of constant runtime at 800 lumens. So that's still not bad. I just would like to see a little bit more in the next version. So guys, if you like the video, be sure to hit like. Subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. I have a lot more reviews coming up on similar products, so hit the bell to be sure you're notified about those. So anyway guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you later.